Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you watched the previous video, I spoke a little bit about this, but not fully in depth. So we just got this. My girlfriend had a Kia before, but she wanted her dream car, which is this Forester. This body style I think is the most beautiful body style. Very boxy, very, early 2000, late 90s type look. So when we ended up getting this car, we were mainly thinking about road trips. Previously, we've taken many road trips. Some in my car. We went up to Virginia about a year and a half ago. We went to the Keys. We really wanted a kind of road warrior type. So big projects, things that we want to do. I do want to get different wheels for the car. Some smaller, sportier wheels. I want to beef up the suspension, so I'm looking at doing a couple of mods there. The paint on the rest of the car is pretty good, so I don't anticipate touching the paint. The hood, however, as you can see, the clear coat has come off, being that this has been a Florida vehicle for quite some time. A lot of the trims and plastics and rubbers, as you can see, have been through it. As you can see, the plastic on the front bumper where it's gonna get a lot of sun, but you see the contrast from the side. It's not too bad. This car is in dire need of some new front wipers, so we're gonna throw those on. Looks like they had some Bosch on here. I tried to find Bosch, but I couldn't, so I bought some other wipers in case they're really terrible. I do have a warranty on those. So this is the back. Really love the rear of this car. Those big tail lights, classic 2000s, classic 90s look. So we're gonna take a look at the interior of the car. One thing I really enjoy about this car is just how analog it is. I mean, there's no power, there's no power entry or anything like that. So if you want to open the door, you got to do it the old-fashioned way, how it was done in the 90s. I mean, there is some upgraded, like you do have the power lock, you do have the auto down on the driver. For 2002 is great, but just look, I mean, for a 20-year-old car, look at the plastics, look at this is the driver's door. This is where you're gonna experience the most wear. Obviously the seats are not 100%. I have been doing some research and looking at what my options are, whether or not I want to get it reupholstered. I'm not decided yet. You can see the carpets, some wear and tear, obviously. Steering wheel's still good. You do see some shininess where where your hands would be, but the plastics look amazing. We have some dark tints all around because it is Florida. It is kind of hot in the car currently, but some of my most favorite parts about this car, I have to turn this on. I'm not gonna start the car, but turn the radio off. But look at that, I love that green screen. It just screams nostalgia for me. The classic drop down for your sunglasses. Before, they did not have the mirror, the vanity mirror here at all. It's just your sunshade cluster here. Just everything is analog as it could be. Not a lot of switches and gadgets. You have the fog lights, cruise control, the lights control here, rear wiper control, front wiper control. You have the classic cassette player. Don't see these anymore. Climate controls. I just love this. I just love how just tactile and just how analog these are. Amazing. Everything's in really nice shape. Plastics are in nice shape. Glove box works well. Let's go to the rear. Before I do that, I just want to appreciate these pillarless doors. I mean, this is classic Subaru here. I love this. Totally geeking out about the doors. They have these small compartments here. You know, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but I'm just so excited about the car. They have an ashtray. Now it's kind of frowned upon smoking in your car, so you know, as you can see, we have a 3-week-old named Reed. We got his car seat in here. Let's take a seat behind here. Let me unlock it. Car. Same thing, pillarless doors, little storage compartment here. In the back here, I mean, I'm not the tallest person in the world, but it is comfortable for me. Here you go, the rear cup holders. You know, they're not the sturdiest things in the world, but they do get the job done. As well as the cup holders in the front. You know, when I talked about being a road warrior, road trip warrior, you know, you have to consider, you know, one of the most important things, which is storage space. I mean, right now I have a ton of parts for this car. This is your ultimate road trip warrior. I mean, we got the car seat in the back. When I'm not riding co-pilot or she's not riding co-pilot, the passenger, the rear seats are available and they fold down. Plenty of room back here. You know, it's wide, big opening, and it's deep. So that's good. We got a cat trying to sneak by underneath the cars. So yeah. So what I am gonna do today, just kind of as an outro, is I'm gonna install the new wipers on the front. So for a 2002 Subaru Forester, I must say, this is by far the cleanest engine I have ever seen in any car that has been over, I would say, 5 years old. I mean, this thing is 20 years old. Look at how clean this is. Look at how clean it is, man. Brake fluid looks a bit low, which makes sense. Brakes a little mushy. I think in the future we're gonna do some upgraded stainless steel lines, and we're definitely need a brake flush. This car has rear drum brakes, which I'll show you, which is, it's not the most efficient thing in the world, but it's you know what it was. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the sad part about this though is that this is a 2.5 liter, which is a EJ25. A lot of people have been swapping to the EJ20 because these babies are notorious for having head gasket failure. There is a small leak around the blockhead on the passenger side. That is going to be something that we're going to target in the future. You know, I might end up pulling this block out, doing the head gaskets on that, and then building it. I don't know, we'll see. Florida Foresters. Nothing crazy. You know, we're not expecting a any V8 power or anything like that, but she does sound good, and she sounds healthy. A really interesting story. I used to work at Valvoline when I was in high school, and a really easy way of telling what when your wipers need changing, obviously if they start streaking, but visually, if you notice any cracking along the blade, or if the blade starts leaning. Like if you're looking at the profile and the blade starts leaning and it's not straight up, you could see that it's straight up. That's a really easy way of telling when your wipers need replacing. I think that's a good intro for you guys to kind of, you know, get to know this baby, and I hope you guys enjoy. I believe on the next one we might be installing something special here, possibly a new radio system, so let's see.